Welcome to CBT News with Shyann Malone.
Good morning and welcome back to CBT News. I'm Shyann Malone. Thanks so much for joining us today. Here with today's top automotive headlines is Chris Riggins.
Thanks, Shyann. On today's show, we're joined by Corey Collins, speaker and national F&I trainer for automotive reinsurance concepts. But first, several car makers are more closely considering producing hybrid cars and trucks to meet consumers' growing demand and avoid incurring penalties from federal fuel economy and emissions regulations. A recent report by Edmunds suggests that sales of conventional hybrid electric vehicles, like the Toyota Prius, will surpass sales of all electric vehicles in 2023. Last year, Toyota received criticism from environmental groups for producing a mix of hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and EVs. However, Toyota argued that producing hybrids can save up to 8 times the carbon emitted into the atmosphere compared to EVs. More than 2 years ago, the U.S. government allocated $5 billion to build a national network of EV charging stations. Finally, the country's first Biden-funded EV charging station opened on December 8th in Ohio. However, the National Renewable Energy Laboratory said that to accommodate a projected 33 million plug-in EVs by 2030, the U.S. will require 28 million home and public charging stations. Yet with only around 60,000 public chargers available today, including 8,560 fast chargers, the country still has a long way to go. On December 11th, 4 Nordic pension funds jointly announced that they would send a letter to Tesla urging the company to respect the collective bargaining rights of its workers. Tesla has been criticized for not agreeing to the demands of Swedish mechanics for collective bargaining rights, leading some pension funds to sell their Tesla stock, as well as inspiring regional solidarity strikes. PFA, Denmark's largest non-state pension fund, has opted to co-sign the letter to Tesla, highlighting the Nordic nation's long-standing practice of entering into collective agreements for a significant portion of the labor market. DealerTrack's Auto Credit Availability Index found that car loan access decreased in November. Following a decline across all lender types, access to credit is expected to be tighter across all channels except captives as the fall season comes to an end. In November, the All Loans Index dropped to 94.8, a 0.8% decline. This resulted in access being 4.2% tighter in November compared to the same period last year. Don't go anywhere. Coming up next is Corey Collins, speaker and national F&I trainer for automotive reinsurance concepts, to discuss what's impacting the F&I market today. We'll be right back.
Well, if you're not already subscribed to CBT News, now is the perfect time to do it. For over a decade, CBT has brought you exclusive and in-depth interviews with dealer principals, OEM executives, industry analysts, and top-level sales and management trainers. Join the thousands of automotive professionals that rely on CBT News for the insights that drive profits and maximize the bottom line. Subscribe today.
So talk to us about some of the things that jump out at you over the course of the last 3 or 4 years with regard to some of the noticeable changes in F&I.
So I think the biggest change that I see is, for a long time, F&I departments or F&I managers looked at the customer when they came in and they just, went for their best shot. It was all about how it affected the payment. Well, now we're in a time where the consumer, it's not as much about the payment and the budget as it is about the information and the awareness to what the service, the product provides. Yeah. We're at a time now where we've changed from, it's not an extended service contract. You can buy an extended service contract on a toaster at Walmart, right? It's okay, you've got an extended service contract, but why do I need it? And what does it do? And how does it benefit me as a customer? And that's why, training is so important right now. It's just, the difference is night and day from what it was to what it is.
Sure. Weren't we hoping back, 20 years ago or so, that the F&I menu would also help bring that out? So somebody would go through the different levels of a typical menu, and then the consumer would say, yeah, well, let me go with this, explain this to me. It looks like this package might suit me best, but tell me what's in it. I think we were hoping, as in the industry, that's what would happen from that. The consumers would say, oh, tell me what's available in this most common package that you're recommending.
No, you're 100% right. And I don't understand for 2 seconds dealerships that don't operate with a menu today. To me, it just removes it removes an F&I manager picks what a customer will buy or has a preconceived notion based on how they're going to pay for the vehicle. And, you just can't do that anymore. You can't make the decision for what the customer will do, because without giving them the information, you're shorting yourself out of gross profit opportunities. So to me, a menu is the cornerstone product of a successful F&I department, and then learning how to actually present it the right way instead of, hey, I've got your paperwork almost finished up. Let me go over our menu with you that shows you all the different things we sell in the F&I office. It's a horrible transition versus, hey, one of the things that we're very proud of in our dealership is when a customer buys a vehicle, we offer benefits in addition to just the vehicle. These are our benefits that we offer, and you have the right to enroll or not to enroll. But I think, like everybody else, you'll find out it's a no-brainer. And then they go through their menu, and it's a completely different experience.
And be sure to watch this full interview right here at cbtnews.com. Well, that does it for our show today, but we do invite you right back here tomorrow morning on cbtnews.com. And remember, you can stay up to date with the most recent news and trends influencing the retail automotive industry by following us on TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, and X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm Shyann Malone. Thanks so much for watching CBT News. We'll see you next time.